In 2008, the Bristol Boys and Girls Club and Family Center celebrates 100 years of service to Bristol and the surrounding communities.
I was around 8 years old, which is in the late 60s, and a buddy of mine who lived across the street brought me in because he was a member at the time, and to tell me all the fun things that are going on at the Boys Club at the time. My father was a very good friend of Pat Dyer's, so he was a big boxer teacher. He had a boxing team here, and I used to come in every Saturday and box with him and learn how to box, and he taught the disciplines of that and everything that goes with it.
I remember being there with all the other children, and I then ended up after school every day, would walk down to the club, and I took sewing lessons and swimming lessons and cooking lessons, and the club was always a home away from home.
Growing up in the 70s, camp was an escape. It was a way for you to go out and stand on your own. You get up in the morning to revelry. You're a waiter. 12, 13 years old, we were shooting .22 rifles. Canoes in the Housatonic River. It was just fun. It was a way to kind of go out on your own and be an individual, but yet still be responsible for the kids in your cabin.
So I went to camp at that age, 7, 8 years old. First I cried because I had to go to camp. I didn't want to go. And then I went to camp. I was there for 2 weeks, and I cried because I didn't want to go home. I became a camper for the next 3 years. After that, I was fortunate to become a member of the Camp Wangam staff as a kitchen help. And I worked in the kitchen for 3 years. And I really enjoyed it. I look forward to going to camp every year.
During the last century, times have changed. What has not changed is our commitment to our core values of providing a safe, supportive, and positive place for children. Today, we see that the diversity within our community is greater than it has ever been. In 1995, the Boys and Girls Club opened the Cambridge Park Outreach Unit, and the Family Center began a fund drive to build the Imagine Nation Children's Museum, which opened in 2004.
I like the ESPN Sports Center because there's a camera and there's a TV outside the room up on the wall. You get to see yourself on the TV, and there's little microphones, and you get to read it. Sometimes they have a TV, there's a TV, and it flashes red under it. It says, "Welcome to ESPN Sports Center. I am," and it says your name with little quote thingies. And everybody says, "I am your name." They always say that. And when people are in there, the camera goes to the TV so everybody can see it. It's cool. I really like it.
The programs that the Bristol Boys and Girls Club and Family Center offer have never been needed more.
The Respite Program is a program that offers recreational activities on Friday evenings for adults with special needs, ages 18 and up. And we meet every Friday night at the Family Center on Upson Street and do different activities. We have different theme nights, sports night, swimming, pizza and movie night, game night, holiday celebrations, dances, and that sort of thing.
The club's goal is to nurture young people's self-esteem by instilling in them a sense of belonging, usefulness, influence, and competence. The Boys and Girls Club and Family Center does this daily by providing young people with one-on-one relationships with caring adult professionals and fun, age-appropriate programming. Character and leadership development through our Smart Moves Drug Resistance Program, Youth of the Year, and Torch Clubs. Education and career development through our Power Hour homework and tutoring programs. Technology and Skill Tech, the Young Parents Program to help girls stay on track for their diplomas, and the Career Connect program in conjunction with the Tech School, to name a few. Health and life skills and exposure to the arts, as well as the traditional sports, fitness, and recreation components, help kids feel good about themselves. The Outreach Unit at Cambridge Park is just one example of the good things that happen when kids have positive role models and opportunities.
It's all about saving lives, and I think we do that with giving the kids opportunities, hope and opportunities. And some of the opportunities that we try to encourage them to meet us halfway and take advantage of are within character and leadership development, the arts, technology, and just having fun and providing a safe place for them to learn and grow.
For 100 years, the mission statement of the clubs has been to inspire and enable young people, especially those from disadvantaged circumstances, to realize their full potential as productive, responsible, and caring citizens. It's time for kids to be great.
Well, coming to the Boys and Girls Club has given me a tremendous opportunity to be at the head of an organization that has a long tradition of helping kids in our community. The Boys and Girls Club's been here for 100 years, and the Family Center's been here for 80 years. The museum will be here for 5 years next year, and we've got 85 years of support from an OM group, probably the oldest OM group in the world. I don't think there are many facilities in this city or this state that have such a long, deep tradition of being sincerely invested in the well-being of kids. And they've been invested for decades and decades. I think we now have the opportunity and the challenge to bring all the diverse resources that we have between the club and the Family Center and the museum and our school-based programs and our outreach program, to bring all those resources together so that they're stronger than they would be individually. And that's what's happening in this organization right now. We need to carry on the tradition that has gotten us to our 100th anniversary, and we need to make sure that we're going to be here for another 100 years. And we can't do it ourselves. We've got great staff here that work extremely hard to help kids. We've got a great board. We've got great people in this community. We need the community. We need organizations that are going to support our mission. If we have that, then we'll be able to do more good than we ever dream of. We have to focus on the future. We need to know that we can create a place to be great for kids. We need to have a place for kids to be great. We need to have a wonderful environment where they feel comfortable and they can grow and they can pull from those resources in that environment. And then we need to give them the philosophical piece about what it means to be a great individual, mentally, spiritually, physically. That's what we do so well. That's what we need to continue doing so well. And we can't settle for anything less. As we move away from this anniversary, our focus needs to be, how do we build ourselves so that we live on for the next century? Because I guarantee you, the kids will always need a place like us. They've needed it for the last 100 years. I guarantee you, they're going to need it for another 100 years. And we will rise to that challenge.
They just help the kids out tremendously, and it's a great opportunity. The club does so much.
It gives me a sense of usefulness.
It was a fun place, and it was just intertwined with who we were becoming.
It's a good feeling that you know people there care about you.
The museum is just a wonderful place.
It's what you learned here that makes you come back.
As long as we keep growing, it's a great thing for the city of Bristol.